Alright, it's 2.5 hours later, and I removed the swords from the scabbard, removed the green stuff I had applied before, and did some extra filing just to make it nice and smooth. I'll show you one of the swords here. I'm going to actually paint these separately. What I have in mind for the sword has to be done tediously and separately of everything else, just so that it looks good. So, no, that's how I had it before. Wrong. I believe this is the correct way. Here. See, now to me, it just doesn't sculpturally look connected. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm really putting this the right way. It almost looks like two separate sections, because this one, the detail pops out so much more than this, but that's the way it's supposed to be. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Alright, so what did I use for paints? Well, I said before, sunburst yellow, followed by bubonic brown, all in here, and then a wash of Griffon sepia. Afterwards, follow up more with sunburst yellow. One of the things you have to do as a professional painter is layers. I can't stress enough, layers upon layers upon layers of thin coats of paint. I don't believe in using just really thick layers. The thinner the better, and the more layers the better. That being said, after I did the second coat of sunburst yellow, I took Macarius Solar Orange, which isn't a wash. It's actually a regular Citadel paint, in fact a foundation paint, which is a thicker paint. Wet down the entire shell and just took a very, very thin coat and brushed it just like I would a regular wash over everything. I wanted the yellow to be more of an orange, rusty, reddish kind of color, and I really liked what the Solar Orange did for it. I also added the Solar Orange more so along the outer rim, and trying to create a gradient. I'm going to work on that just a little bit more. And then again, sunburst yellow, and I was focusing mostly on the ridges and the edgings and this lower area here. I want that to stand out the most. Not as much at the top, but we really want to see this pattern in here of the shell. I'm going to follow up with doing darker colors. The shell is not going to be quite this light. I do want a darker tone. Let's see here. This is extremely, dark. This is kind of what I'm going for, this inner color right here. But more of a rusty, reddish hue. Just for a change of pace. Alright, I'm going to keep going today, and we'll see how far I get and if I make another video. And then we'll get exciting and start with green, I think.